Contrary to popular belief, I think anger can actually be a very productive and beautiful thing for you. I think allowing yourself to get angry, it is along the same lines as being passionate. It's about having this like fire build up in you where you're able to do something new. You're able to make something new for yourself. Getting frustrated and tired of being tired in your life is actually a good thing. The thing that you don't want is to be complacent and to not care about your life or care about what's going on. You don't want to get lazy about what's going on and just tired, just completely tired. Like, I'm not going to do anything about this. You know what? I'm beat. I'm done. No, there's power in allowing yourself to get angry, because I even remember when I was in therapy about this, my therapist had to first move me from being depressed to being more angry about things that were happening to me. Because when you get angry, that's when you start shifting things. And sometimes, yes, when you are angry, you can damage things. You can harm people. You can do things that are destructive. But that's a better place to be in because of the movement versus the depression and sadness. Even if you think about volcanoes, what do volcanoes do? They erupt. They damage. They destroy things that are around it. But a volcano doesn't erupt to just destroy. It actually has a productive value in the universe, on Earth. The volcano, when it erupts, it creates islands. It creates mountains. It creates plateaus. It creates certain rocks and minerals and things in the earth. It actually does have a function that's beneficial. And the same thing with all that energy, that hot lava and magma building up in a volcano and erupting is the same thing as your anger. When you get angry and allow yourself to erupt sometimes, you be like, you know what? I'm done with this life I've been living. I'm frustrated with where I'm at right now. That's when you can create movement. Think about the energy, the electrolytes you need, the power you need to be a runner, to be able to create that movement in the body. There's a certain type of fire that's built up. Even when you start running, your body gets hot. There's a certain type of fire, energy. You need to have that just explosion within you to create that movement. Even if you think about the Big Bang Theory, how the universe was made, it had to be that explosion for there could be progression, for there to be movement. It wasn't that the universe just calmly built itself. Scientifically, they're saying that it's been proven that there was an explosion. There was energy that built up and it just exploded. But then that explosion created the forward movement to where we are now, to where we exist. All this is to say that anger is a spiritual principle. Being able to get hot at things and frustrated, hot and bothered at things is a spiritual principle that you can actually use in your life if you know how to channel the energy. You don't want to be angry just to be angry so you can harm and destroy and cuss people out. That's not what I'm saying. You want to allow your anger, your frustration at your life to be the thing that makes you create something new. You can get a new relationship. You can live somewhere else you want to live. You can be in the position that you want to be in life. You can be stronger than what you are right now. But you got to allow yourself to be angry at that first. You got to allow yourself to feel how unfair this is right now for you. That's how the French Revolution has happened. There was anger in that. There was disappointment, frustration. I'm tired of this. And that's what progressed society there. You know, even when you think about a car, the heat, the gas that's put into the car, the heat, the combustion, the things that's happening chemically in a car in order for the engine and everything to work so the car can have forward movement. You have to think like this when it comes to your own emotion of anger. Don't repress it. So many of us repress anger because we've been, programmed not to be angry. We're always seen as crazy. But you know what? All the geniuses of society are seen as crazy. People that had emotional issues, Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci, all these inventors and people that have made beautiful things, Kanye, all these amazing people had something people would say wrong with them. They had some type of emotional issue or anger issue. But what's so funny is that they were very creative and they always progressed society. They had a great invention, great painting, or something amazing to contribute. But you know what? They had to sometimes allow themselves to be crazy, And like I said, It doesn't have to go to the point of harming people or being mean to people, but learn how to channel your emotion into something positive for you. Use the tools and technology that God has given us in our bodies and in our minds, and use that for your benefit. And going back to depression and sadness, if you're experiencing that, that is okay. The reason why I believe anger trumps depression and sadness is because depression and sadness cause you to be still. And when you're still for so long, that it can reinforce you to stay in that state. And when you stay in that state, you don't create as much. You don't do as much. You don't feel the power to change what's going on in your life. But a step above depression is anger. Anger is movement. It's just like when hot water, the atoms, the movement of molecules, it's moving really, really fast. There's movement there. And that's where there's power. That's where the heat is coming in, right? But with depression and sadness, it's chill. It's slower. It's just, like, I'm here, which is okay. Depression and sadness is causing you to have stillness with an emotion, which is having stillness with a situation. It's really good for reflection. I think that's what sadness is really, really good for, is when it comes to reflecting. And in reflection, you can have growth. Instead of using your anger to fight people, use it to fight the life circumstances that you don't want. Use this frustration that you have with the way your life is going to battle the things that you feel like are blocking you in your life. And a lot of those blockages are you, the things that are internally going on with you. Allow yourself to battle the bad habits that you don't want anymore. Allow yourself to battle the demons that are blocking you from having what you want, the internal demons. Allow yourself to battle and push through that. And allow yourself to be like, you know what? I can have better than this. Because that's what anger will tell you. I can have better than this. Or I'm being mistreated. This is unfair. Allow yourself to be in that state. When you think of anger, visualize yourself hammering something into a wall. When you hammer a nail into a wall, what are you usually trying to do? You're trying to hang something up. And what you're trying to hang up is a new life. What you're trying to hang up is an image of yourself and the house that you want, the car that you want, the relationship that you want, the passions, and just everything that you desire. Allow that to be the image, the new image that you're hanging up for yourself. Allow the frustration that you're currently in to give you the power, the vigor, the audacity to hang up that nail in the wall. And when you hang up that nail in the wall, it's solid. It stays there. It's long lasting. It helps you to create a new foundation for something new to be placed there. Okay. So if you want to place your new life there, allow yourself to have some passion towards that, and that's really the goal of it all. You want that anger to be transmuted into passion. That's really what the idea of this video really is that you want to not be apathetic in your own life. That's the worst thing you can give yourself. Other than doubting yourself and feeling bad about yourself, you also don't want to be apathetic either. You don't want to have it is what it is mindset all the time, especially you have desires, because it is what it is means that you're fully going to accept the randomness of the universe. The universe does take care of us, but we also have a part to play. So you're fully going to allow the randomness of the universe to carry you. And that's not how you're going to get what you want. Even think about if you're on a boat in a stream. You're not going to be able to go in a certain direction of what you want if you don't use the paddles. If you don't use the things to get to where you're trying to go. You need to use the rowers or whatever you call them to paddles to really get to where you're going. You have to put some energy towards that. But if you're sad, you're depressed, you're like, whatever, like, I'm gonna just leave it the way it is. How are you gonna have the energy to pick up the paddle and be like, you know what, no, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. Sometimes that energy is good. I feel like a lot of people tell us to stay away from that, but sometimes you need that. But all in all, I hope this video has been very helpful for you. Don't use this message to go hurt somebody. Use it to be productive. Use it to create some change. Use it to be just like that volcano. Use that volcanic energy within you to destroy, melt down the habits that you have, and melt down the relationships that are not good for you and the patterns that you have in your life that are not good for you. And then allow it to cool, to simmer, and then it'll create a foundation, a new landmass for you to walk on so you can walk into your new life. Okay? So yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. See you later.